Hello everyone, welcome on back to Survival Challenge. So well, if you're curious why, of course the rain has started now, why we have more money than what we ended with. I thought recording this video, and it turns out I wasn't recording. So we have already sold the maple syrup for 18,000. But we do have the eggs still to sell. Hey, did realize that before we got these sold. I got all the soil maps and stuff done. That's all up to date. And the spruce trees, I believe it is, they have finally grown. For a grape update, they produced 5,000 liters overnight. I just forgot to turn on the processor, so we don't have any raisins. It's been on now for about an hour of in-game time. But yeah, I do apologize for not realizing I was recording. I was like 10 minutes into it, and I look over like, oh, I wonder how far in I am. I was like, oh, well, I would know if I was recording. So, oh well, at least we got the high-priced eggs still left. I think it was about 20,000, something like that for the maple syrup. $85,000 there. We still have much more to sell. So that will probably be at maybe over 200,000 by the end of this video. It depends on the canola. It was still going up the last I checked. So we'll just let it sit, do its thing. Hopefully continue to go up. But we'll get back. We'll have to wait out the rain. And we can work on baling. I would like to at least bale and tether. Well, bale the grass and tether the other section. I wouldn't mind getting a start on the harvest. Maybe starting on the sorghum, because that is obviously higher price December, January. That way we can have it at least mostly done. Not quite sure what we'll do with all the money we'll have now. I really don't know. I really don't. We have quite a bit now and more to come. I think maybe fabric. So we'll be what spinnery we would need with that. Well, that is a great timing for a great demand at maple syrup now, ain't it? Right when we've already sold it. It is a little bit higher. So I think we've had it one other time where I was like, pretty soon I have to sell the maple syrup. Hopefully it's great demand. And then, boom, immediately great demand. The other times we've just, sold it to finally get rid of it because we had so much. And immediately right afterwards, great demand. Oh, that's nice. That seems to be how it works. Well, we're getting more silage bales than I expected from this. And it's nice that it's not raining, which is also nice. Yeah, that'll all have to be tethered, windrowed. Maybe we can get windrowed. Windrowing doesn't take too long. At least we can get it mostly done the next time come back through. Silage is more important to get it done because it takes a couple months to ferment and, become silage. Well, looks like we have, what, 7 bales of grass? This one's almost full, too. Just a little bit left. It's not much. I think that's like 800 liters. I'm sure there's enough left around to finish this off. Yeah, we'll just have to take a little bit from the mowed piece. Just be a little bit, not much. There. There's 6,500 liters, it looked like. I honestly thought they were thought they were 7. For some reason. So what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bales. Wow. I didn't think we had that many in here, but for half the field. Probably a little bit over the half, actually. We'll leave this up here. So let's grab the Fendt. Yeah, it might be a little bit over half on the silage. But that side is better yield. But probably be fine. Oh, so fitting. We'll have the 650 horsepower tractor on the tedder. Because clearly it definitely needs it, right? It needs all the horsepower it can get. So we'll have to pick up these bales, get those wrapped. Yeah, I think it'll still be a lot of hay. Really. Because this is a larger stretch of straight land, I think. Maybe it was closer to half. That bend is in there. It's kind of tough to really tell. Yeah, I think maybe we'll get a head start on the sorghum. As long as we got time, we'll do it a little bit. Since, maybe next month we'll come in and it'll be a really high price. Well, I would like not to have to take, quite a long time to do the whole field. So it would take a while. I like to do half of it, split it up a little bit, so it does take a while. Usually 2 time lapse worth, usually. Man, I will never get over how quick the turning radius is and how tight it turns. Can probably turn on a dime, literally. Well, I'm going to time lapse the rest of this. We'll windrow it. Maybe if we have time, we'll bale it. It just depends how long the time lapse gets to be. So I'll talk to everyone once that is done.
I'm always looking for your car on a road drive, the one we took when life got hard. Just to feel right, can't help but see you in everything. Can't find a way to lose the memory. I need you close, tell me where you are. You got me reeling, chasing down the feeling. I've searched this town from low to high, but nobody shines like you.
Well, we did make it to the baling. Looks like we're getting a decent amount of hay. Well, there's one bale there, 3 there, 2 there, 2 already in the baler still. Yeah, I would say there's quite a bit here. We still have, a lot left to bale. Will it be as much as just the grass? I would think it'd be more. It's hard to say because these bales are slightly bigger. How much are in them? So yeah, sure, maybe they'll be the same count, but there's actually more liter-wise. As always, there'll be many, many small bits left. I don't get it all. I try to get everything that's in the row, that's windrowed at least. But some of the small bits and pieces, you're not going to get all of it, really. It can be tough. Especially if we're 20% full on a bale. We're not going to find that in small bits and pieces. At least I wouldn't think. One time I say we won't, it's probably the time we will. Well, we're just about done. I think there's a little bit over there. These swaths are plenty big. Can't really deny that. We'll get a start on the sorghum over there too. When I say start, we'll do like a half the field. So our usual, 10-minute type thing. Well, I definitely can say I doubt there's going to be enough to fill up a bale once we fill it up over here. Hard to say. Is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? That's what it looks like. I might have missed one. Or a double counted one. There's probably more hay bales than grass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I'd say there's more hay. And really, those are 8 bales of silage, which will be 8 things of TMR. It's quite a bit. Takes 2 to fill up the cow pen. I think they're pretty low now. It's still kind of weird to back this up. Anything with the fence is kind of weird. He turns so quickly and tight. Takes a little bit getting used to. I don't remember if the corn or the sorghum was ready first. Normally I would, harvest whatever was ready first in this case. Granted, we do have those fields to plant. I just thought of that. We have those fields to plant. Probably should do that. I don't want to have every single field ready to be planted. Matter fill it up anyways. At least mostly. So yeah, I think I'll do canola probably in this field over here. That was the sorghum. Probably soybeans in this one. And we're already on the canola, of course. This won't take long. We should still be able to do some harvest. Maybe not as much as originally planned, but at least the headlands. Which would be more than nothing. Yeah, I don't think soybeans use much solid fertilizer, so I wasn't really concerned about that being all the way full or not. I don't know why that's like multi-spotted for the fertilizer. I don't know why that is like that. There has to be a reason. Has to be. At least I would think. Considering I'm planting this and it's fine, but that was the one we did slurry on. Try to get this section here planted. And there's the beehive right here, so this is probably a good spot to put canola. You get that extra like 3% yield bonus. This is probably the last time this field will be planted before it gets more lime. Because the pH is a little bit low. So the yield probably won't be super great. Well, I think I'll just time lapse this. We'll get, I don't know, a good majority of this done fairly quick. There'll be soybeans in that field, is what I'm thinking. That should easily be ready when it's a higher price, and we'll probably put soybeans in another field as well. Just since that is probably one of our better crops that we can do. Outside of, well, yeah, it probably is the best because we can't afford a sugar beet harvester or cotton harvester or anything like that. So I'll talk to everyone once the time lapse is done.
I take the long way on Ocean Ave to remember the way we'd walk down it holding hands.
Well, the soybean field is just about done. We'll probably do that big field with soybeans. I think that would be the one to do it with. Fairly freshly limed. So it'll be a fairly good pH. Pretty good soil. Makes sense. Granted, I think that's what we actually did the first time. Soybeans, actually. But I don't think I've really done soybeans in this field, like when they were separate either. I think they were always the barley field or sunflowers, oats, stuff that we didn't really need much of, but we still wanted to do something different. But the big, expensive crops were always in those. Well, we should have time to at least get started on the sorghum field. I'll try to put this away. We'll probably end up using it again though soon. Since we do have about 2 more fields to harvest. Which just means 2 more fields that need to be planted. Well, looks like this isn't too bad of a yield. It's hard to say exactly because the best part is towards the bottom of this field. That's where the best soil is. This is where like the okay soil. It's not fantastic, I want that dark green. The lime green it's still good. It's a lot better than red or orange or yellow. That's even lower too. I don't know if I've seen a red for yield yet. We've been good for that, thankfully. It's even cutting the grass when we've, neglected it for quite some time. It wasn't red, it was still orange. But you can see the pH must be taking out a decent amount of the soil now. The yield's a little bit lower. Still, we're maybe halfway through and 34% full. This is obviously the good part down here, though. Yeah, I would imagine that sorghum will be close to $20,000. We figure it's 52,000 or so max. Won't be quite that. We have 56,000 liters of it in the silos now. I would think we'd get 20 from this field. So probably an extra 15 grand. So, close to 70 from sorghum this year. What's the canola at? It's still going up. It's getting pretty close to that max price though. We'll probably will sell the canola. Just to be safe. I'd rather not have it go too far down. It's supposed to kind of stay stagnant, but sometimes it does just drop. And I only have one place to sell to. So I'd like to make sure I get the best price. Because sometimes when they're stagnant, so like, 3 sell points it'd say is good priced. The other ones are lower than the next month. Those first 3 are lower, and the ones that were lower are higher now. Usually how it is, but when you only have one, well, you kind of only got one option. Sell it as when it's the best you can sell it at. Well, we'll do at least one more lap around, I'd say. At least. Get a decent amount of the field done that way. If it is a higher price next month, then we can sell it. Or we can just wait till January. It's not really a big deal. Since the corn isn't high till June anyways. Which honestly, I would not be surprised if that soil ends up being out of date after this harvest. A lot of the other fields that were checked or first checked around that same time are out. I wouldn't be surprised if that one's out too. But I don't remember if did I recheck the whole field? So I rechecked some portions obviously for when I combined them. I don't quite remember if it was. I doubt I would have did the whole thing. I hadn't seen a whole field go out of date before. Kind of shows how long we've been going at it. Well, I think what I'll do a shorter time lapse. So instead of the 10 minutes, I'll do, say, 5-6 minutes of harvest, something like that. Which is actually starting to get a little dark, actually. Sun's starting going down. So I'll talk to everyone once that is done, and then we'll get the canola sold and this put into the silo, at least some of it.
I look for you on the boulevard. Sometimes I think I still see your car. I need you close, tell me where you are. You got me reeling, chasing down the feeling. I've searched.
Alrighty, so I think this will be the last strip I'll do from this field for now. Still a good majority left, not, a lot. Still should easily be able to finish it. Oh, I thought I could fit this strip into the combine, but I was just a little bit off. Still, we have what, 20,000 liters already? I think. Might be wrong. But we'll get this put into the silo, and then we'll go ahead and probably sell the canola. It's a good price. I don't want to wait and let it go down possibly. It's one of those things where if it's a good price to sell it, I think that's what we got to do. Yeah, just over 20,000 liters. Well, almost 21,000 liters. So we'll get to finish that harvest next time. Really, I think we might be able to start on the corn as well, maybe. I also wouldn't mind getting the soybeans in for that field fairly soon, because I think that's high June. It's like 5 months. So sooner it's in, the better. But it won't take that long to plant either. Or harvest, really. Let's see how much we have. 77,000 liters. We're going to end up needing to take three loads of sorghum, because I can guarantee there's more than 3,000 liters of sorghum left in that field. It's probably at least another 15. That's my guess. Can I back up without hitting anything? I did. Actually, the canola is two loads as well. I'll go ahead and bring this to the store and get this sold. Then we'll come back. We'll pick up the rest. It looks like there's some raisins there. We'll pick up the rest. We can sell that too, and that'll be how we finish it. Alright, so here's the store. There we go. So we should probably break 200,000 from this. Again. We just spent like 85,000 to get the grape production going. Oh, this is way more than I thought it would be. So basically 60,000 there. And a little bit left. Plus a couple of months we have another 70,000 from sorghum. We'll be at 300,000 like that again. I'm on normal economical difficulty, as I raised it a while back. I had it on easy to help get things going, and then I raised it up once we were doing quite well. I don't know. We'll have to look for something to spend it on, maybe, or we just, at this point, we could just stockpile it. Alright, this is the last little bit of canola. Won't be a lot, but I mean, still $7,500. Well, anyways, that is everything for today. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.